welcome to a new episode of Crush on This. I'm Allison from Please the Palate with my friends Christine from Girls Go Grape and Cindy from Grape Experiences. Today we are going to head south to the country of Argentina. And I'm wondering, have either of you guys been to Argentina?
Not yet.
Oh my God, but you've of course had lots of Argentine wine.
Yeah, for sure.
And who hasn't, right? They're famous for Malbec and stuff. So I've been to Argentina once. I took a trip with my mom a couple years ago, a little girls trip. And we visited a winery, which we are going to be talking about today, called Kaiken. And actually, we ate at the restaurant because they have a beautiful restaurant there. And my mom was so enamored with their bread plate that she bought me one to take home. And that's what this is. So this is a Kaiken. And a Kaiken is a Patagonian wild goose. And it usually crosses between the border between Argentina and Chile. And that's sort of a tie-in because Aurelio Montes of Bottega Montes in Chile is the owner of Kaiken. He makes wine in Chile. He makes wine in Argentina. So he's like a Kaiken. He flies back and forth. So there you go.
I love it. That's good.
So we're going to focus on Argentina today. And they are located in Mendoza, the famous area for Malbec, and they have a vineyard in Luján de Cuyo in the foothills of the Andes, and this is south of Mendoza, somewhere between 20 and 40 kilometers. It's where the majority of wineries are in Mendoza. They also have another vineyard down in the Uco Valley, which is a little further south from Luján de Cuyo. And of course, they grow Malbec, because that's what everyone in Argentina does. But they also do Bordeaux varieties like Cabernet and Merlot and Chardonnay. And they have a lot of different labels. I don't know if I would call them tiers as much as wines that represent different sort of messages they're sending. So, you know, Christine, what do you have today? What are you drinking from Kaiken?
Well, I have not a Malbec. I have a Cabernet Sauvignon from the Luján de Cuyo. I'm not sure. Did I do that okay?
I think so.
Okay. So Cabernet Sauvignon, absolutely. So I've got a Bordeaux variety in here. And usually all of our Cabernet Sauvignon the regions are located next to a lake, next to a river, next to an ocean. But in Argentina, it's an arid mountain. And my gosh, it's beautiful. This is from the estate line. So I'm going to say this is their entry level. I think this comes in at about $15.79 Canadian, give or take. But, you know, on the nose and on the palate, because I've already been enjoying it, it's everything that you want for a Cabernet Sauvignon. It's approachable. It's totally affordable and very well crafted. I did meet Aurelio at the Vancouver International Wine Festival briefly when he was talking about his Montes winery. And so I'm really happy to know that this is a new-ish venture for them. And I love the idea of him flying back and forth and being that bird that can move and flow and do exceptional winemaking. So yeah. Cheers.
He's a wild goose.
Wild goose. Cindy, are you drinking a Cab Sauv as well? Or are you doing
no, I'm not. I'm drinking a Malbec. And this is a Kaiken Ultra Malbec for about $20. And you see the birds over here. Where they're going is on the other side of the Andes Mountain, because they're going to the Uco Valley. And this particular wine kind of showcases what Kaiken can do in different areas. So they wanted to just kind of express all their viticultural techniques and all of that in this bottle. And honestly, for $20, this Malbec is really, really delicious. The soils are alluvial, but 3 different parcels are the grapes, 100% Malbec. Totally rich, floral notes, blueberry and blackberry. I mean, if you want a Malbec, this is such a great price, and I love it. I love it. Perfect.
Awesome. Well, I also have a Malbec because, you know, why not? I have the Kaiken Bi, and Mai means the first. And this would be considered, I believe, sort of the premier wine of the wines that they make, and it expresses everything about you know, the best vineyards, and they come from 125-year-old vines. It's just a really beautiful wine. And this Malbec, it's a pricier one. It's about $80, but when you want to splurge and have a beautiful, rich wine, this is a Malbec that I just absolutely love because it has all those kind of fruit notes that you expect from Malbec, the dark fruit, but on the palate, it's super silky, and it isn't, you know, super drying tannins or anything. It's just really velvety, and it just keeps making me want to drink more. So at $80, I'm going to keep enjoying this.
Yes, you are.
Yeah, and you know what? These days with the small gatherings, why not splurge for an $80 bottle of wine?
You
You
know?
know, I mean, why not make it even any celebration, any holiday special with a nice bottle of wine?
Absolutely. And again, this is a wine that's a 2016, and I could lay it down and probably enjoy it in a couple more years. And I probably will, because I was smart and used my Coravin today to taste so that I could enjoy this, you know, over time and
Right.
see what happens. I mean, I'm not as familiar with Malbec aging. Do you guys age your Malbecs usually?
No,
It's
I really
open and
don't.
quaff it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially at the price point that it's so affordable. You know, at $20, this is a great Tuesday, Monday night, whatever,
Yeah.
weeknight wine.
Well, I think it's great that Kaiken has so much to offer. Christine, were you going to say something?
No, I was just gonna say I'm actually totally impressed with this $15.79 cab sauv. You know, I would actually take this to friends when we're allowed to hang out and visit, and ask them what they thought the price point was, because it tastes a lot more expensive than this. So I love it.
Yeah, so I think it's great just to know that you can head south, even if you can't literally head south, to Argentina and pick up these Kaiken wines and get something, a broad range from grape varieties to styles to price points. And I think Kaiken offers it all. So ladies, cheers.
Cheers. Cheers to
Cheers,
Kaiken.
everyone.
Cheers.